Good day to all of you, and God bless you too. My name is Dr. Alex British Chinedu Ekwesi Tasie. I am a native of Ishopo Ancient Kingdom, which is in Ikwereland, River State of Nigeria, West Africa. By the grace of God, I am a writer, a musician, a filmmaker, a football coach, a historian, and also a multi-dimensional thinker. In case you are not aware, I am the chairman, I am the president of the Nigerian semi-educated people. The people in Nigeria that are not well-educated people, that are not highly educated people. I am the chairman, I am the president of those people in Nigeria. I am an Ikwere historian who is vastly and profoundly informed about the background history of Ikwere people. I am an Ikwere image maker, and I am popularly called Professor of Native Intelligence. What I have here to discuss is something that has to do with citizenship in the Ikwere traditional society. Citizenship in the Ikwere traditional society. Who is a citizen, a native of Ikwereland, as viewed by the traditional people. What I have to discuss here is something that I'm going to cull from one of the history books that I have published, titled The History of Ishopo Ancient Kingdom, published in the year of 2022. Sorry. This is the book titled The History of Ishopo Ancient Kingdom. Ishopo is part of the larger Ikwere traditional society. Just like Elele, Akpo Kingdom, Apara Kingdom, Esara Kingdom, Evo Kingdom, other communities like Iguruta, Omerelu, Obima, Omagwa, so many. These are integral parts of the larger Ikwere traditional society. And so, whatever that is applicable in some, if not almost all the clans, communities that I have mentioned, is also applicable in the larger Ikwere traditional society. Whatever you see in any of these clans or communities so far mentioned and others is what you see in the larger Ikwere traditional society. And so, citizenship is very, very important. How is someone regarded as an Ikwere indigene, an Ikwere citizen, an Ikwere native? In this book, in the chapter 2 of this book, I have a topic that says citizenship status and traditional rights in Ishobo vis-a-vis Ikwere traditional society. Citizenship anywhere in the world simply means the status of a person in a particular environment as regards aboriginal rights, privileges, and other rights to communal property. It further means certain natural and aboriginal rights and privileges vested in an individual in a given socio-political environment to make that person a native of that environment. In every human society in the world, it is true that certain people are termed original and some others as fake. In every traditional society in the world, it is obvious that some people that are there are original people of that environment, and some others are fake. It is quite true. But the emphasis of this study is in one of the subcategories of citizenship in the Ikwere traditional society, and that is called Nwa Okuhie. Nwa Okuhie, which is a child that is born out of wedlock and brought back into the family. A child that is born out of wedlock and is brought back into the family. It is always common to see a man bring in a child into his home or family to bear his family name or family's name when no member of his immediate or extended family is aware of such a child. In the old Ishobo vis-a-vis Ikwere traditional setting, any child that is brought back by this kind of arrangement cannot be assimilated and also integrated immediately into the family or community until that person's child's mother's marriage rights, are met. If in the case where that child's mother's is not available to reach by virtue of death or nonchalance to continue the marriage, the child that is brought back, into the family will be brought before the larger family and is introduced formally to the family by the father. It is common to see a man bring in a child from nowhere, from somewhere, into his family and introduces the child, whether a male child or a female child, to his family members, to his wife and children, and maybe the larger family, and tells them, "My child has come back," when no immediate or extended member of the family is aware that the man has a child somewhere. Suddenly, someone arrives into the family and claims that the man is his father, is her father, and the child stays. In the traditional Ikwere society, Nwo Okuhie, a child born out of wedlock and later brought back into the family by the man, is a child that has a temporary citizenship. The child will not be immediately become integrated and assimilated into the family yet, until certain conditions are met. And one of the conditions is that the marriage rights or rights of the child's mother, that child that has come back claiming that the man is his father, that the man is her father, wherever the mother of that child is, she has to be reached so that the man can formally do the traditional rites as regards her marriage. If by virtue of death the woman is no more, or out of disinterest to continue relationship with the man, a formal attempt has to be made in the know of the family. People will have to be aware that the man has made attempts to formalize the marriage with the woman in order to claim the child. But the woman is no more interested or is no more alive. And so that child will then have to be taken to the larger family members in the Obri, the traditional hall, where he or she will be formally introduced to the family. The circumstance of his or her birth will be explained to the family. Why the child has stayed away for a very long time will also be explained. In fact, everything about that child will be detailed to the larger family, so that formally that child can become part of the family. And when this introduction is done and the acceptance is noted by the family, the child becomes eligible to partake in any form of sharing of the family, property or assets, because the people have accepted that the child is the man's child. In the traditional Ikwere society, as it happened in the olden days, some of the old people in the family will be selected to verify the origin of the child, where the child is coming from. If actually the man get back to that child or not, or is bringing in somebody into the family so as to have share in the family's assets. Some of them will dip their hands into the child's nostrils. Some will open the eyes to see the color of the eyes, whether actually, they match with the man's own. And now they compare the children of the man and the child that is a returnee to see actually if there's any semblance. The child becomes drilled with questions to actually prove that he or she has a connection with a man that he or she claims to be his or her father. So traditionally, in the old Igbo traditional society, that was the way it was done. A man never brought back a child and told the people, "This is my son, this is my daughter," and the child became immediately part of the family. It never happened that way. Okuye is common. A child just arrives from somewhere and tells the people, "This man is my father. That man there is my father." Yes, they may have some resemblance, but traditionally, that child will not be assimilated yet until the marriage rites of the woman are attempted or completed. But you see, in the Igbo traditional society, any wife, any woman that a man marries first, completes the marriage rites, is the first wife, no matter the age of the woman. If a man marries a wife, no matter the age, no matter the origin of the woman is his wife. If there is a returnee child who has come back claiming that the man is his father or her father, even if the man goes to do the traditional marriage rites of the child's mother, in the Igbo traditional society, that child that has just returned, whether he is senior to the children of the woman already in the man's house or not, will take the second position. The second position in the cadre of the family ranking. If the man, for instance, has about 10 children, 5, 7, or thereabout, the first child of the man that he gave birth to, from the first wife, the wife living with him, if that child is a male child, automatically becomes the first son. If a child is a female child, automatically becomes the first daughter. And so, when the returnee child comes and his or her mother's traditional marriage rites are now done, that child must take the place of the second male child, if that child is a male child, or the position of the second female daughter, if that child is, a female child. The child will not just come because the man gave back to him before marrying the wife that is with him, and now assume the first position in the man's house. When from the time he was born, the man never formalized, never married, never recognized that particular child as his legitimate child. So when he comes back, he takes the position of the second male child. When she comes back, she takes the position of the second female child. So according to family ranking and sharing of property, the child that has just come back, that has returned, cannot take first before the child or children born by the wife that the man married before he or she came back. Anumekao dearly, what I teach is traditional history and practice, and I am the best in the whole of Equereland. You know why? I am not vaunting. I am not boasting. I have spent more than 20 years in this profession of research. So I am a senior historian. A lawyer who practices for more than 20 years is a senior lawyer. A medical doctor who practices for more than 20 years is a senior medical doctor. So in this area of traditional history and practice, I am a guru. So I teach. And that is why when I make my presentations public, people hardly question them or criticize them, because those are the traditional practices of my people, Ikwere people. The returning child cannot come and take the position of the head of the man's family because he is the oldest, he is the eldest. No, for the fact that he has just come back and the marriage right of his or her mother has just happened, he now stays below the child born first by the first wife. So the first wife becomes the head. If for any reason the woman comes back, the first wife, traditionally recognized as the wife of the man, becomes the head. In fact, is the head. And the returning woman, second wife. The returning child, second child. And make her dearly. This is the position of Nwa Okuye, a child born out of wedlock and is brought back by the man into his family as his child. When that happens, as I have said earlier, that child must be subjected to certain traditional drills, questioning about his background or her background. And certain traditional conditions and rites must be done to legitimize that child in the family, to become an aborigine in the family, and to also take share in the family's assets. That is where it is done. And this is where I come to the end of this interesting topic. Nwa Okuhe, a child brought back into the family but born out of wedlock. As it regards citizenship in the Ikwere traditional society. Mercy and make out dearly.